Howdy, shipmates. Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Patrick, a freelance writer with the RPG industry. I have been doing this for a long, long time. The YouTube thing, much less than that. Now that I think about it, I am here tonight to just impart a little uh, assistance. Before we do that, let's get all this out of the way. Like, subscribe, do the YouTube things. Don't know what that was about. Seemed like the thing to do at the time. Uh, anyway, a few days ago, I saw on, I think it was the Modifius Discord server, someone talking about tins and boxes of stuff to store dice and such for his Star Trek Adventures dice. That's really weird. And since I was at one point looking for different solutions for that very thing, I thought I'd share what I came up with. So, without any further ado, let's get into Dicecam and get going. These, and there's 3 of them here that I use. These are called token silos. They're from a company called Gamegenic. I'll provide a link to their website in the description. But they have a lid that comes off and conveniently snaps right back down to the bottom. Now, these were originally designed with card games and such in mind. These are removable and interchangeable with the other colors. This can become a dice tray if you need it. So you can interchange the components one with another, as I have here just for aesthetics. I started out with just the red one back in the day when I first discovered these things, and the need grew, so I got the blue one, and then second edition came out, the starter set, and even more tokens. So I got the other one, and then I rearranged everything to my satisfaction. There are actually 3 different sizes. I'll show you the other thing in a minute when I open up the other boxes. But here are all my math rocks for Star Trek Adventures so far. I have not yet, of course, received the new set of math rocks, but that too shall pass. I'm not in that big a hurry. But here are the ones that came with the first edition starter set. We got our Klingon Empire dice and the challenge dice that came with them. These came with some of these planar challenge dice. But this is part of Command Division 1.0, which came with 3D20 and 4 of these speckledy. Oh, there's more of these, more than here. Let's see if I can. but these are the ones that people complain about with the little speckles on them. I kind of like them. I didn't have any issue with them, but I'm told I'm an odd duck. But here is from what they label as Command Division, what I, as a 23rd century player, was calling Ops. What they called Ops, I called Command. And of course, science is science. No matter where we go, blue is science. But they came with the little speckledy challenge dice. As they advanced to other sets that used challenge dice, though, they went with these less distracting ones, which really wasn't a bad call. Here are the Kirk's Command Tunic Olive Green. That came with the tricorder set, came with 10 of these suckers. The second edition starter set came with these super easy to read things, and I have no complaints on how easy they were to read. Obviously, second edition not using the challenge dice. But here is Command, Science, and Ops 2.0. It also came with the plain challenge dice. And that's basically it for all the dice I have at the moment. And then we will get into the tokens. Of which I have a plethora. I mean, I got a lot of these things. Don't know what I'm doing. Just put that there. Keep it out of the way. Now, these were the original tokens that came with the Borg Cube when the game first released. They're etched acrylic, and they were briefly sold at cons separately. I wound up getting 2 sets of these over the years as gifts, which is why I've got 2 of those. Then you've got the first edition starter set, which came with a lot of cardboard threat tokens, which I put in these little coin capsules to keep them safe and undamaged. You can find these on eBay, like for 100 of them for like $10. The first edition starter set also came with a bunch of ship and character tokens for the pre-gens. Everybody fit back in there. But I have got, let me see, tons and tons of both momentum and threat in a variety of forms. It's ridiculous. The amount of threat that I could field right now in the game is simply staggering. And I wonder if that's what scared some of my players off in old campaigns when they would see the threat tokens coming, because this doesn't even count the poker chips I've got in a little bag over on the other side of the room. Like I was saying earlier, there are 3 different sizes. You got the big bin. Now, this is primarily for cards and tokens for playing cards, but you've got these little guys that you can put things in. You got the medium size. You got the big compartment there. That's everything from first edition. And then we've got, as we get into the last one here, which, for purposes of the demonstration, I probably really didn't need to go through all this, but, I did anyway. This is where this one right here is where the upcoming dice set that will get here when it gets here. That's where they'll go. And these 2 should fit the new token set that they just put up recently for pre-order, which has, not only does it have momentum tokens and threat tokens, I'll worry about that later. Some dust or something got in there while I was closing up. Not only do we have momentum and threat tokens, we've also got the determination tokens that came with the 2nd edition starter set. Those are all set and ready to go. I think that the new threat, momentum, and determination tokens should fit somewhat into these. I don't think these are tall enough because they're like 30 millimeter. I don't have my calipers or sample coin capsules handy so I can test them, but I know these will accommodate 30 millimeters this way. I don't know if they're tall. I don't know if they're tall enough with the lid on. I don't think so. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure they aren't. But we should be able to fit 30 tokens into 2 of those without a whole lot of issues, I hope. We'll see when they get here. Now, what happens after they bring out any new set of feelies is hard to say. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. They have one in white, which would go well with the white uniforms that Modern Trek has introduced for medical characters. But my only problem with the white one is their little interchangeable compartments are multicolored, and it doesn't fit my way of doing things. We'll have to see what happens. See if they introduce any more tactile things that I'm going to need to keep track of. But I've got a link to Gamegenic down in the description of this video. I've got links to my tip jars. I've got links to my Patreon. And I'd like to thank, as usual, Lars and Robert for keeping me supplied with some Dr. Pepper. I really need it sometimes. All that being said, I didn't really have a whole lot to say on this. I wanted to show that as an option for anybody who's wondering about possible dice storage solutions. Uh, I mean, you could just as easily use a humble little bag. Like this little guy who's got future duties already laid out for him, or I'd probably be using it for something. But you can buy these things, 10 for $10 on Amazon. That's all I've got for this evening, though. Thank you so much for coming by. As usual, uh, spread the word, let people know. In the meantime, guys, live long and prosper. Thank you so much, and we will catch you on the next one.